Okay, so today I'm working on my engine block that I plan on rebuilding. I've already cleaned it up a little bit with the wire wheel. Around the outside there was a lot of corrosion and stuff. I just put that in my drill. Right now I've got um, a bristle, I guess you could say, that removes gasket material but doesn't harm the surface. Because you don't want to use anything abrasive like that. This one's made by 3M. They said to use the white one. There's different colors. They have like a green one and a red one, I believe. These are just like kind of like plastic bristles. So the white one is good for any aluminum, so that it won't harm the aluminum. And I'll show you real quick. Alright, so I've got one side done. As you can see, it's nice and shiny. I've cleaned it up a good bit. About as much as I'm going to do. I will be painting this as well. I'm going to go with a flat black. Not one that you spray on, but one that I'll just kind of paint on with a paintbrush. That way I can get real good in the cracks and things like that. It's not going to be like a super pretty or a show block or a show engine or anything like that. But I just want to so that the corrosion doesn't build up anymore. The corrosion was a lot worse when I first started. Like I said, I've already gotten some of the spots. You can see where some of it's already shiny. I just hit it with the big wheel first on the drill, and then I'm coming back with my Dremel tool and kind of getting into the smaller crevices because it's a lot harder. But I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of the gasket removal head that I have on here. It works pretty good. You don't want to like rev it too high or whatever and like tear this up, because these are, like I said, pieces of plastic, and they will just like cut themselves right off on the edges pretty quick, I imagine. But yeah, as you can see, there's a good bit of gasket on here left over, and you want to remove all of that. I don't recommend it, but any major chunks I did remove with this very lightly, because if you scratch the surface, you could mess up the mating surface for your whatever you're putting. This is actually where I have my water housing on this particular block. This is a K24 A4 block, as you can see over there. I will be putting an A2 head on it, and I'll be putting in rods and pistons, low compression in there. But anyway, so I'm going to show you how this works real quick. Well, see, I got that up decently quick. It just kind of, you can't feel those scratches, by the way. You can obviously see them a little bit, but like I said, it's plastic, so it's not damaging the surface any. And usually I like to go, even if there's not any gasket material like right here, I like to go all the way over the whole surface. That way it's kind of all got the same texture, I guess you could say, or the same look, however you want to do that. It's probably not necessary, but I do it anyways. Because there also may be some pieces of gasket you didn't notice that you missed. And like I said, so I just go back over the whole thing. Alright, well, I finished cleaning it with the Dremel tool. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Cleaned it out fairly well. It's not perfect, and some of the spots look kind of polished, but I didn't do that intentionally. But anyway, so I've got it all cleaned up, the corrosion off. I'm already run the gasket removal tool over it and got all the gasket off. It went to the shop, and I had the I guess the crank checked and everything to make sure it was fine. Ordered some new bearings, just the standard size bearings. They said everything was fine, so I could go with the standard. That's one thing you want to definitely check is the bearing tolerances and the what your clearance is with your bearings on your crankshaft. So anyways, I had a shop do that because I'm not 100% confident in it to do it myself, and that would definitely be something you don't want to mess up. So anyways, I had that done, and I cleaned it off with the Dremel tool, and now what I've done is I took off the girdle and I put it in my tub full of Simple Green. It's just a little Tupperware container full of Simple Green with some brushes in there. I'm going to scrub it off again just to make sure I've got all the grime and grit off one more time, and then I'm going to hose it off and let it air dry. Okay, so everything's dried up. I gave it a day to dry. Set the block on the stand. This is the paint I'm going to be using. I don't really think they make this anymore. I just found it on eBay. I wanted to get the kind that you have to paint on with a brush, because I really don't want to have to tape everything off. Instead, I'd rather just paint it and everything with a brush. I think that'd be a lot easier to me. Anyway, so it is a flat black, high temp, of course. I'm not going to actually paint everything, of course, because the areas that are going to be mated to another surface are not going to get painted. Just the main parts like that, like this, will actually be hidden in the timing chain cover. We'll cover that up, but I'm going to paint the timing chain cover. But I'm going to get started on this part